everybody. This is today's Big Paul video blog, the 23rd day of February 2011. And folks, I did that without looking at the calendar. My name is Paul Blum. I'm in Pinellas Park, Florida. Today, we talk about all kinds of things on this video blog of mine. And today I thought I would talk about the Rays, the Tampa Bay Rays. They're in the middle of a push to make the playoffs. They are currently, as of today, before the play on the 23rd of September. Hello. With 6 games left, they are 2 games behind Boston for the wild card spot, and the Los Angeles Angels are 3 back with 6 to play, which might be a little too much to make up, but we'll see. Boston is playing the Yankees over the weekend. The Rays play Toronto at home at Tropicana Field, which actually might not be the best thing for them the way they've been playing at Tropicana Field this year. It's almost a home field disadvantage for the Rays to be playing at home. And then they finish up the season, the 2011 season, provided they do not make the playoffs against the New York Yankees. Now, in the event of a 3-way tie, which it looks remote at this point, first, let me go over the scenarios. If I do not know what happens if Boston and the Angels are tied and the Rays are not involved in a tie, but if Tampa Bay is tied with Boston at the end of 162 games, Tampa Bay, on the basis of the better head-to-head record, they used to have coin flips for this sort of thing, but now in 2009, the Major League Baseball Commissioner, Bud Selig, a man who I hate with scorn, yes, he brought a whole bunch of things to Major League Baseball, but I'm not too happy that this is a long-standing complaint that a former owner, is the commissioner of Major League Baseball. I always think that the commissioner of Major League Baseball should not be an owner or a player. It should be someone neutral. And when they put Bud Selig in over Fay Vincent back in the early 90s, they really changed that around. I'm still not too happy about it. I'm hoping the next commissioner will be not a mouthpiece for the owners. I think in all sports you need someone that is neutral, that doesn't cater to the owners, doesn't cater to the players, someone that can listen to both sides and make judgments. But getting back to what I was saying, they changed the rules in 2009 where they don't have coin flips anymore to determine home field advantage if there is a tie for a playoff spot, which one team can get and one team cannot. Remember last year, Tampa Bay and the Yankees were tied for the American League East, but the Rays won it on the basis of tiebreakers, and the Yankees took the wild card, if I recall correctly, and both the Rays and the Yankees got knocked out by the Texas Rangers. But getting back to what I was saying, if Tampa Bay and Boston are tied, you're going to have a playoff in Tampa to determine the wild card representative out of the American League. If there is a 3-way tie between the Angels, Red Sox, and Rays, what happens is this. The Rays will get to choose one of 3 slots: slot A, slot B, or slot C. If they choose slot A, they have to play 2 playoff games. The first one will be at home against the choosers of slot B. If the Rays choose slot B, then their first playoff game will be on the road. But if you choose slot A or slot B, whoever wins that game hosts the choosers of slot C. If you choose slot C, you have a bye out of the first playoff game, but you have to go on the road and play the winner between slot A and slot B in the second playoff game to determine the wild card qualifier. Did you got all that? Because we're going to have a quiz next week on this. Anyway, this is going to be the last year, thank God, that we're going to have 8 teams in the Major League Baseball playoffs, it appears. Joe Madden often says that 9 equals 8. In other words, if 9 players play as one, you'll be one of the 8 teams in the playoffs. Next year, that slogan is going to have to change because it looks like Major League Baseball is going to have a wild card round where the best 2 teams that did not win the divisional slots to make the playoffs will have a battle, kind of like what the NFL used to do for about a decade before they expanded the playoff field to 12 teams in, I think it was 2002. Actually, no, 12 teams goes back to actually 1990 or thereabouts. They went to 12 teams. But from 1978 to that point, the playoff field was 10 teams. And then the NFL expanded to 12 to give a few more teams a shot at making the playoffs. And now, playoffs are totally ridiculous because you're always seeing that team that had to play the extra week keep in their rhythm and make the playoffs, go all the way to the Super Bowl, as we saw last year with the Green Bay Packers. Not happening every year, but it's happening quite frequently. And I'd love to see the NFL go to a 16-team playoff so no team has a bye and every team can just stay fresh and stay competitive. And I think that the byes kind of hurt the teams that receive them nowadays in the NFL. But anyway, that's just an aside. This has been today's Big Paulie video blog on the 23rd of September 2011. I am Big Paulie, Paul Blum. Catch you again next week or sometime soon. Bye-bye for now.